going straight to the lesson without want to give too much theory. Let's just use a song as simple as an example, which is What a Friend We Have in Jesus. We're gonna do it in the key of C. Let me see. Okay. So if I am in the key of C, the first thing I have to know is what is the scale of the key of C. Let's go. So this is the tonic, right? Again, let me do it. So this is the solfege system, or you can use the letter that we give each. We're gonna give each scale degree a name. So if you want to start in A, that will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If we are starting in C, that would be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Once you understand how to do that just in the key of C, you can move it up to the key of C sharp. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 again. Okay? You do the same thing for the key of D. And you continue on to all the other keys. Now you have to know that the key of C has no flat or no sharp. And then the key of F, it has one flat. The key of B flat has B flat. When I say the key of F has one flat, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, see? That's the B flat. And then we move up a fourth. So here was 1, 2, 3, 4. This is F, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next key will be B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. You have to hear the same da 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 da, whichever the degree of the scale. This is when you say B flat, this is where you start. Okay? When I say F, F was the tonic. The tonic is the home key, it's where you start, right? Okay? Now, since we are using the key of C, let's go back to the key of C. The song is What a Friend We Have in Jesus. When you listen to the song, whether it's anywhere from listening to radio or singer, always in your head think of the melody. Let me just show you that. I know it starts in G if I'm in the key of C, because G is the fifth of C. Okay? I'm gonna use that to harmonize that particular song, and you can move it to any other key or any other song you're using. You can use the same technique. Okay, so I have see this, what a friend we have in Jesus. Now this is what you need to understand. When I look at G, this is the first note where I start that particular song. That's the first melody note. This is the line. It could be a trumpet, it could be a saxophone, it could be a vocal or soprano. It would start it right here. So look at this. But C, this G is part of a C chord. C, E, G. This is a major chord. C, E, G, and we have that note right here. So if we have a tempo, it's just all right. Now it's part of the C, E, G, which is still part of the C scale, right? So that means that if I use any of those chord tone, that means that they're part of the chord, I'm okay. So if I do this, now the only problem is here, but here I'm still fine. Now, when you look at this is the, I'm just playing it the most basic way. This is this A. So something is wrong when I do this. Well, this is part of F, so it would sound better. Okay? Now, why I use A, F, and C? Well, I could use that, even if a bit muddy, but it's just for the purpose of explaining to you how you can put chord around a given melody. Okay? Now we have F, A, C. Okay? See? Then you can do that, because remember that same G right here? It's the same G right here. So it seems like every time I'm playing the fifth of, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is G major, or the third, I can use that chord, that particular chord. What I mean by that particular chord, that means that this is G, so it's the fifth of G. C is the fifth of C. You see, G is part of the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to explain that to you clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same way too, if I'm here to an F, this is the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or the third would work also too. Same way the third of G will work too. Or the third of C will work also. This is very basic way to play it. We're not doing anything complicated. Remember, I'm teaching you how to dress up a melody with chords, or how to add chords to a melody, or how I'm able to actually dress up my melody or add chords around it. Okay, so we use that one again. I could do that, right, because it's part of F. Now I'm going to C where I could do that too, because it's the fifth of C. Very basic, right? Now, I think you understand that. So if this is C, I have the fifth, I can use C chord. If it is G, I can use D or B. In C, you can use G or E. In G, you can use D or B. F, you can use C or A, because this is the fifth and the third. Even the first also is fine. But when you're doing some rearrangement, or you are doing some advanced progressions, you can use other type of chords, but now we're just using the very basic. So very simple and basic, nothing complicated. Now, of course, us as church musicians, gospel musicians, and keyboardists, we don't really use those basic chords, you know? So we might use some more advanced one. But I'm just teaching you how to dress up that melody with basic chord. Now, if you want to add more, what you would do, see when you do. Now, I don't want to get you confused. Let me explain that to you. What I just did is this. Now, instead of staying on the, that's too basic, right? I do. Let me explain to you what I just did. Every time I'm going to hit a note, I check to see if it's not the third of another chord. here. This is the third of F. So that's why I do the third of C. Now here I could leave it like this, but I don't do that because I know this. Or I could do, this is the fifth of G. Okay. Or you can do that too. This is a bit more advanced because we're doing with A major, A minor 7, A minor 7. So, I'm sorry, E minor 7. But, yeah, there you go. See, here, this is A minor. This is the third of A minor. See? Before I go to F, I do all those. Those are little bridges that steps that I take before I move from one chord to the next, instead of just keeping going. Oh. That's the most basic way to play it, but we're gonna do this instead. I do. This is like a little arpeggio I do. This is like a little thrills. Now, see here. I know I did C before, but now I invert the C. This is root position because this is the root. This is first inversion, and this is second inversion right here. So, see? See, all I'm doing, I'm using more chords to have more progression. See, now here, instead of just going to G, I just go, this is like a passing chord from is D going to G because it's going from D 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm moving up a fourth. Again. Again. I'm doing a chord progression. I'm moving up a fourth. Again. This is C, E, G, and this is D. We're going to do this. This is D going to G. A, C. Again. Go slowly. Okay. Now, I could say endless way you can dress up a harmony, but I'm just giving you the most basic way. Of course, I could do and do, but I don't want to get to there with you yet because it's a bit too advanced. So what I want you to get from this lesson is each time you have a melody note, C, E, G, the melody note, look at where it comes from, which chord it comes from. It comes from the C major. It could have been also a C minor, but the song is not in the minor key, it's a major key. So if I have the first, third, and the fifth, this is the fifth, so it matches right here. This also, it matches right here. I still stay here if I'm here. But also I have to be able to see the changes that could happen. Like when you're moving from this to there, Okay, you have to see to the progression when you feel like, hey, it's time for me to move. For example, if I keep doing like we did at the beginning, you see something is missing. It's what I do. But since I come from C, I could probably have a C7. This is C, E, G, B flat, or B flat, C, E, G. That's the same chord. The next one would be F, because it's 1 going to a 4. Then we did the C, but instead of doing the root position, now remember, when you do the C, you have to do 1/5 and the 1. Okay, 1/5, 1. This is a power chord. Okay. So as we're doing this throughout the whole series we're gonna have, I'm gonna explain to you how to use the left hand with the right hand, how to mix up the chords, and use the 3-part chord system, which is using the melody, the bass, and whatever is in between. Okay, so we could have stuff like this in between. You see, melody, bass. The bass is also how you're gonna name the chord. If it's like this is a C chord because the lowest note is C, and this is a A minor chord because the lowest is A. This is a D minor because the lowest note, the bass note, is D, and this is a G chord because the lowest note is G. I do not want to give you too much today. I wanted to give you that introduction where we talk about this melody. When you dress it, you use the melody note that is part of already a chord that you have, whether it's C, this is for F, this is for G, this also can be for C, this also can be for F, this also can be for G, this also can be for A minor, this also can be for D minor, and then this is again for G, E minor, D minor, E. So the most important thing in the lesson is look at which chord the melody note is coming from. We're going to have a lot more stuff to teach you, then you'll be able to understand exactly how and why it works like this. So I wanted to give you this lesson as just an introduction to what we're going to be covering, all those dominant, 7, sus chord, upper structure chord, chord substitution, when you use tritone substitution, and a lot of other stuff, and also where we can also use more advanced chords just with that song, because there's a lot more stuff we can do. All right, thank you for signing up, and see you in the next lesson.